The first case of a Russian strategic aircraft Tu-22 being shot down. Tonight, April 19, 2024, Ukraine was subject to massive shelling using a combination of missiles, ballistics, and drones. At 4:54 a.m., it became known that two aircraft Tu-22 were in the air near Sevastopol. These planes took off from Mozdok. At 4:59 in the morning, Kh-22 missiles were launched towards Zatoka, Chernomorsk Odessa region. At 5:03 a.m., it became known that another Tu-22 aircraft was approaching Sevastopol. At 5:12, Kh-22 missiles were launched towards Zatoka. At about 7:30 a.m., it became known that the third plane Tu-22 did not reach the airfield. A video has emerged of a burning plane diving onto the ground. The place where the plane crashed was Stavropolye territory, Russian Federation. This is 220 kilometers from the location of the Tu-22 aircraft, Mozdok airfield. Subscribe to our channel and get the latest events. How and what was used to shoot down the Tu-22 sabotage or engine failure? The closest distance from the missile launch site, Sevastopol, to Ukraine is 290 kilometers. The Russian side stated that the cause of the accident was a technical malfunction. The Ukrainian side stated that the reason for the fall was the work of the Ukrainian Air Force and the Special Forces unit of the Main Intelligence Directorate, using the modernized C-200 air defense system. Today, April 19, 2024, it was reported that for the first time in history, Kh-22 missiles were shot down. The Ukrainian Air Force also reported that it shot down 14 Shade attack UAVs-136, 2X-101 cruise missiles, 11 X-59 cruise missiles. Why are Tu-22 strategic aircraft dangerous? Range and payload. It has a long operational range, enabling it to strike targets far from its base. Additionally, it can carry a significant payload of conventional or nuclear weapons, posing a threat to a wide range of targets. Potential for escalation. As a strategic bomber capable of carrying nuclear weapons, the Tu-22 represents a significant escalation potential in conflicts, influencing strategic calculations and deterrence dynamics between nations. Rockets. Kh-22. The missile is launched from supersonic Tu-22 and Tu-22 strategic bombers. Together, the missile and the aircraft form the K-22 aviation missile system. The Kh-22 missile itself weighs up to 6 tons, and its warhead reaches a ton. Main characteristics of the Kh-22 supersonic missile. The Kh-22 supersonic missile, also known as Storm, was developed during the Soviet era. It underwent its initial testing in 1963, but due to numerous technical issues, testing continued for 3 years. This missile was designed to target radar contrasting point and aerial targets, specifically aircraft carriers or strike air groups. The missile's launch weight is 6 tons, and it can achieve speeds of approximately Mach 3.5 over 4,000 kilometers per hour. It has a range capability of hitting targets up to 300 kilometers away. The Kh-22 can carry a payload of up to 960 kilograms, either conventional or nuclear. This payload capacity exceeds that of missiles like the Kalibr, Kinzhal, Kh-101A, Kh-555, and others. The missile is 11.6 meters long and has a diameter of 94 centimeters. The missile's accuracy is a drawback, with only about 50% of launched warheads hitting within a 600-meter radius of the intended target. This inaccuracy is the primary concern with this outdated missile. The issue likely stems from the missile's original purpose of targeting sea-based objectives, making it less effective against ground targets. However, Russian use of these missiles during the Ukraine conflict demonstrated that despite their limited accuracy, they could still cause significant damage and civilian casualties. The Kh-22 is launched from the Tu-22 aircraft at an altitude of 10 kilometers, and the missile itself operates at altitudes ranging from 115 to 125 kilometers. In terms of cost, the Kh-22 is relatively inexpensive, priced at up to $500,000. Since they are no longer produced in Russia, adversaries rely on existing stockpiles, resulting in limited usage. The most bloody terrorist attack using the Burya missiles was carried out by the Russian troops on January 14, 2023. A missile fired from the Kursk region hit a high-rise building in Dnipro. 46 people died under the rubble of the destroyed building, including 6 children. How many Tu-22s does the Russian Federation have left? There are 27 technically serviceable Tu-22 strategic bombers left in the Russian Federation, Kirill Budanov, head of the Main Intelligence Directorate of the Ministry of Defense, said in an interview with Radio Liberty.